Good morning. I just finished doing 25 minutes of singing practice, and I'm gonna do some more in a little bit, but I wanted to film a video first. So I had a very hard day yesterday. I was tired because I've been doing a lot of stuff, a lot of fitness, a lot of tennis, a lot of play. I'm actually going to be playing King Oberon in a Midsummer Night's Dream at Seminole State College. This opportunity fell into my lap. I stopped acting 3 years ago. I took acting classes for 2 years, and I left. And I decided to become a professional speaker and take a different path. And then one way or the other, this role just came into my lap because one of my friends who works there, he knows a play director, and he knows that I've done acting, and he helped coach me on my American Unity speech, and he likes me enough, and he said that, hey, Jay, they've got this play. They need people. Do you want to join? I said, maybe I will. And I thought it was exciting, and I thought, yeah, I can do it. But then I thought, I don't have time. I have tennis, I have singing, I have speaking. I'm already stretched thin as it is. I'm not going to do this. I don't have time for this. It's also like 20 miles away, so it's like, more than an hour driving each day that I need to go there. And I know how much work acting is. The memorization is one thing, then putting all the energy into it to develop the emotions, the emotional connection with the lines, and to deliver them with rehearsal, blocking, so forth. It's exhausting. I've done it. I've not done a play before, but I've done scenes before, and it's a lot of work. But I decided to take the plunge, one way or the other. I was playing tennis in Sanford, which is where this thing is, and the person I was playing with decided to cut the session to 30 minutes instead of an hour and a half. Strange. It was really strange. And I said, okay. So that gave me time to actually go to the rehearsal, the first rehearsal. And I went to the rehearsal and I thought, man, I don't know if I'm going to do this. And then they said, hey, your lines are coming up. Start reading. I said, okay. I started reading. And then after I finished reading, someone came and took all my measurements, and I just got roped into it. And I thought, and I thought, I can do this. And I get to play King Oberon. He's the king of the fairies. And I think acting also will help me with delivering my speeches, because it's similar in the sense that there are words that you are reading or that you've memorized, and you're communicating something, and you want to communicate it with emotion. You want to communicate it with feeling and conviction. And that's something that I've lacked in my speeches so far. I've lacked a sense of soul. It's been stiff, and I want to get rid of all that. And so I took the role, and I did some line reading last night, and this morning I'm doing singing practice, and I'm immersing myself more and more in a world of self-expression. Singing is a self-expression. Acting is self-expression. Speaking is self-expression. And when you can express of your own self, you are able to connect with something in other people. Because at the end of the day, what matters in the world is not thoughts, it's not principles, it's not things, it's not the future, it's people. It's people as they are now. And when you can draw from yourself and live something, you elicit something within somebody else. You can get them to understand something that they didn't before about themselves. That's one of the many beauties of art. That's one of the many beauties of being able to make yourself into something and allow it to transfer onto other people. So as far as I'm concerned, with regard to all of my conduct, with tennis, with speaking, with singing, with acting and everything, I want to do it with the highest levels of integrity. I want to do it at the highest levels of respect for craft, respect for process. So if I need to sit for 25 minutes and do singing of one note, sa, like my singing teacher said, then I'll do it. If I need to spend a lot of time practicing serves, which is monotonous and boring, and practicing coming over my backhand and on the net, like just hitting my racket against the net to brush up on the brush up on the ball instead of hitting it flat, I'll do that. I need to do everything I need to do in order to get done what I need to get done. If it means doing fitness really correctly with the help of my trainer, instead of taking shortcuts and compensations, that's what it means. And one of my friends told me a long time ago, the easy path is the hard path, and the hard path is the easy path. What that means is, if you take the path of ease, your life will be very hard. You're not going to work. You're not going to feel good when you're working. You're not going to develop any gains. You're not going to develop any momentum in what you do, and life is just going to be a drag. That is truly hard, and it's no good, it's no fun, it's not fulfilling, and it leads to a lot of messes. If you take the hard path, which is to develop the education within yourself, develop the fitness in yourself, develop the slow work of craft and process and whatever it is that you're doing, that's hard. It's hard. It forces you to change what's within you. It forces you to learn and appreciate new things and to imbibe them and live them. That's difficult. But then things begin to work on their own. So Leonardo DiCaprio, he learned the process of acting the hard way by doing it correctly. And he got one role, then another role. He was in a commercial, then another role, another role, another role. Then he was in Titanic. Then he was in The Aviator. Then he was in Django Unchained. Then he was in Wolf of Wall Street. Then he was in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Haven't seen that one yet, but I want to. And then he won his Oscar for The Revenant a few years ago. Right? It builds upon itself, and his ability to get roles now is very easy. It's easy as anything for him, because he's taken the hard path. So then he lives the easy life from the standpoint of it not being a force, it not being a huge struggle. That's what the hard path, that's where the hard path becomes the right path. And it makes your life actually easy, fulfilled, fruitful, successful. And I can, that example, DiCaprio is one of billions of people. Billions of people are doing what he's doing with regard to other things, with how they conduct and manage their lives. So in any case, my life at present consists of singing. Alex and I have a show tomorrow for our band. We're playing a local social event for Toastmasters. So singing and band work, that's one thing. Getting the speaking career going more and more. I gave the American Unity speech, very good speech. Trying to figure out how to promote it more so that it can actually catch fire and a lot of people can see it. I think people could benefit from it. I'd love if people were to watch it. I'm working on a speech about bullying, although that's contained in the speaking career, about anti-bullying. What else? Tennis, of course, my priority right now. See, speaking, acting, singing, I can do that for a very long time. Tennis, not the case. Not to be a great tennis player. That's my number one life priority right now. I'm playing tennis in an hour, actually. So fitness training associated with that and so forth, and yoga associated with that. Although yoga is the bedrock of every other thing also, amazingly. It's not just a physical activity. What else? I'm missing something, but that's okay. Oh, acting. I'm in a play now, so I'm an actor again. So these are the things. And the thing is, they're all tied together. You know, I did a very tough fitness session yesterday for which I made a video. And what happened? I was doing pull-ups that I couldn't do before, I wouldn't do. And I did 2 sets of 5. I know that's not a lot, but I'm not good at pull-ups. And on my 3rd set, my trainer just looks at me and she says, "You can do it." And I looked at her, I said, I didn't say anything. All right. Deep breath. And I did it. And then I did it again. And I went up again. And I went up again. And the 5th one, I could barely do it. I paused between the 4th and 5th. Don't pause, not good to pause. You start thinking, you lose the momentum, but I paused. And then I pulled myself up. And my chin just barely cleared the thing that it needs to clear. Then I let go. That's a strength exercise. That's a strength of soul exercise. Of course, it's a body thing, but it strengthens what's within. I developed deep breathing. That's going to help with singing. It's going to help with everything. Everything is connected. Everything is connected. That's why the conduct of everything matters a lot. So, with that being said, that's the content of my life at present. It's lovely, and I'm going to just keep on doing it. I don't know what's to come, but these endeavors are what I think I need to be doing at the time. And the path keeps twisting and turning, but I keep on doing it. It keeps on twisting, and I keep on going with it. And the more I've gone with it, the more fulfilled I felt. The more amazing things have popped up out of nowhere in my life. For this play, I didn't need to audition. I've auditioned for plays before and didn't get anything. I just got this role without auditioning, you know? So um, everything, everything. It's all connected, and it's all a matter of what's in your heart and what you put out and how authentically you live who you really are. That's the truth of life. That's the truth of why we're here. That's the truth of what we need to do to make it a better world. So regardless of how it seems to me, what's important to me now is that I'm doing the acting and doing it well, doing the tennis and doing it well, doing the singing and doing it well, playing a great show tomorrow to the best of my ability, doing the best I can as King Oberon, doing the best I can with my speeches, doing the best I can with my tennis. And it's exhausting, very difficult to manage, but I'm not here to take it easy. I'm not here to relax. I'm not here to allow myself to wither under the forces of laziness or forces of fatigue. I can push my body and my mind and my soul to very deep, deep limits. And that's only just the beginning. I can do a lot more than what I'm doing now. And it's through the practice of all these things that I love that all of this good stuff is coming out from within me. So, with that being said, that's all I have to say today. I hope you watched until the end, and if you did, thank you. And I'm going to keep making videos like this, more personable, more easy, more real, more about what's really going on. And I think that's the way, that's the real way going forward.